Hi there, my name's C and I'm from TCG Bandit. So I wanted to bring up a subject: why don't we sell our single cards on Cardmarket, and why did we choose to take the long route and put them all on our own website? Well, plain and simple. You gotta understand a little bit how Cardmarket works. So okay, Cardmarket, it is European and you have a lot of sellers on there, which is great. It gives you a nice visibility and things like that. But Cardmarket has their own rules, which are then for all sellers the same. They also put up some general shipping prices that they seem like the most appropriate for your country. So for Belgium, for example, they have a list of all the shipping companies and then the prices which they think, okay, you are shipping 5 single cards, that would cost so much. In the beginning, we tried that. I asked Cindy to keep herself busy with that, and she was trying to do that. But we only had issues with that. And I know people will perhaps react in the comments, well, why did you have issues with that? It's straightforward and blah, 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 blah. Yes, perhaps, but we didn't want to spend the time on the Cardmarket platform following up all the communications over there, following up if the customer received the order and things like that, because if you order something on Cardmarket, we send it to you and you need to go in Cardmarket and you need to click I received it. And yes, of course, you can then immediately also give a review and that is then linked to your account and gives you visibility and credibility. Fine, but a lot of people forget also to confirm that they received the packages. Or you have people with bad intentions and they say, I did not receive it. Even if they chose a non-tracked shipping profile, they still sometimes claim, I did not receive it. And then the discussion starts and sometimes you need to ask support from Cardmarket. In those cases, I have seen sellers that got bitten in the ass because Cardmarket then refunded the buyer, even though it was non-tracked. That can happen. And also apparently in the last months, silently Cardmarket adjusted their policies. They didn't say it to anybody, but I found an article on Reddit where a guy had sent the package and the package got lost or something, or the customer claimed that he didn't receive it. Investigation started, and before that investigation within the shipping company was concluded, Cardmarket already refunded the customer. But in the end, the investigation from the shipping company was that the package was delivered correctly and that the shipping company said, we refuse the claim, we don't pay you back according to the insurance. So who was then bitten in the ass? The seller. And to be honest, I don't want that for my business. Even that kind of crap, I also have customers that sometimes try that. For the moment, I can still count them on my one hand, but there are jackasses in the world that try that. And if Cardmarket refunds, you are not able to get the money back even if the customer apparently still then afterwards claims I received it. It's a shitty process, so I don't trust that. I don't want that. You also have a lot of people that don't react to that. So my thought in that is, I have my website. I have everything linked together. I got my products, I've got my order overview, I generate my invoices, I've got everything. And I've got my analytics, all that crap. And I got one platform to manage, one platform to check. And if a customer has a complaint, they can send me a WhatsApp message or they send me an email and I follow it up. And I've got everything under control and I've got my own shipping policies, which the customer, when they place an order, they agree upon. Plain and simple. So that's my reason. And okay, Cardmarket is very useful if you have a lot of cards because you don't need to add the products yourself. You just need to go into the list, select the card, select the conditions, select the quantity and the price, and up it's in the list. Very convenient, but I'm thinking on the long route, and if I add thousands of cards to my own website and I maintain that and I make sure that that looks great and things like that, I think our business will be able to grow further than through Cardmarket, for example, because on Cardmarket, it's always a battle. always a battle, and then people start complaining, well, the cards were not sorted, or then this, or then that, or the condition was not right, and then you get those negative reviews, or perhaps you get a negative review for no reason. We also get sometimes negative reviews on our website. We remove not one, but we take them all very seriously. We will do it as well on Cardmarket, but I don't like Cardmarket. I also bought a couple of things through Cardmarket, and it remains a bad experience overall. So that's my reason why I chose not to use Cardmarket. So what are your thoughts on using Cardmarket? Perhaps for you as a buyer for single cards, that worked out great. I'm very curious to know your thoughts. I've read stories also as sellers that sold thousands and thousands of orders and didn't have an issue. Perhaps I'm just not a lucky guy. Okay, I've got Cindy, okay, in that department I'm lucky, but perhaps for the rest I'm not so lucky. Well, yeah, life sucks, but yeah, who doesn't agree? So curious to know your opinion. And to be honest, we are not going to change our opinion. I'm investing a ton of time into this for our own website. I'm not going to change it now. Have you had the chance to check out what we are doing on our website? The single cards that are on there, is it something that you like? Can we perhaps improve something? Because I already added the filtering so that you can filter them on the order of the cards into the set. Very interesting in knowing, because we want to improve, we want to make it as user-friendly as possible under the limitations, of course, because I'm not a programmer. We create the site ourselves through WordPress. But I'm not a programmer. I can dive into the code, but don't expect any magic either. I do my best. But very interesting in knowing. And also, if you check out the reviews on our website, the reviews that we've got already for single cards that we sold, they are good. So customers are happy. And in the end, that's what I care about, that you guys are happy with the service we provide. And I think in the end, it doesn't matter if you use Cardmarket, if you use our own website, or whatever you use. If you're happy about a service, it doesn't matter which platform, right? Well, that was my rant about Cardmarket. I hope you liked it, and I wish you a very nice rest of your day. See you in the next one. Bye.